to realize that it's my life. No one is gonna come save me from the things that are happening to me if I don't get up and do something for myself. Poverty is the result of spiritual warfare. I'm gonna tell you the solution to this. The solution is called. In the last 6 months, going into the new year, I have drastically changed my life. Now, I'm not here to give you dollar amounts as to how much my life has changed, because I strongly believe that the things you desire to have outwardly is as a result of what's done internally. The things we see outside are only a manifestation of what's inside. So what I'm gonna do today is give you the opportunity to realize how much abundance you have right now in your life that is actually passing you by every single second of your precious time, because you're so focused on what's missing that you're missing all that's there. I'm gonna say it again. You're so zoned in on what's missing in your life that you are missing all the abundance that's already there. Life is a perspective game. The way you see life is how life is going to return back to you. The reason why we have little amount of wealthy people in the world as compared to the poor and middle class is because only a few people have cracked the code. Not only that, but only a few people have been able to take responsibility of their own lives and see things how they want to see it, how they want their lives to be. The solution to this problem is really not what a lot of people want to hear, but it's actually the only solution to get to where you want to be in life, to get to the place where you know that you finally made it and you're actually in control of your life, doing the things you love to do, whatever it may be to you. I'm going to tell you the solution to this. And you're probably going to say to yourself, you've heard this so many times. Well, if you've heard this so many times, why are you not working on it? Why are you not taking conscious steps to actually make your life happen how you want it to be? The solution is called mindset. And when we hear mindset, the first thing we think about is, oh yeah, I gotta have a strong mindset to really get the life that I want, da 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 da. But I'm gonna do something that you've probably not have heard before or have not thought about before. I'm gonna break down mindset into two different words: mind and set. A mindset, or your mindset, is what you have your mind set on. Let me say that again. Your mindset is what you have your mind set on. That's why wealthy people have a different mindset, because their mind is set on things that will give them the results that they want, while the rest of the world have their mind set on lack. So in 10, they're going to get abundance of lack. Wealthy people have their mind set on the abundance that they want to have in their life. They're not just thinking about it, they're becoming it. They're aligning their life in the way a wealthy person should be. They're aligning their life according to the criteria, the order in which things need to happen to become what they've dreamed of their whole life. I said early on, I don't know if I said it or not, but poverty is the result of spiritual warfare. All what poverty is a manifestation of what's going on internally. So when a person is having issues in their life, financial issues, or they're in a place they're stuck mentally and they're in a constant routine over and over again, it's not because of what's happened outside. It's not because of their circumstances. It's not because of their family, not because of their girlfriend who left them or their boyfriend who left them. It's not because they lost their job or they got evicted out of their house. It's not because they're lazy their whole life and that's their environment. It's because of what's happening internally. Who you are outside is because of what's inside. And the reason why a lot of people break that barrier to get to the life they want is because they're dressed. They finally woke up to see that the things outside are just a manifestation of what's actually going inside. And what's going inside is because of the things that you have chosen to believe and think about and actually take and make yourself. If your mind is set on lack every single day, if you wake up every single day and you believe that, you actually believe that your life is what it is because of the people around you, and because of your circumstances, and because somebody has done you dirty, or your parents didn't support you, your mother was not there for you, your dad was not there for you, whatever that your human mind or your human self can come to think of as an excuse to blame somebody else for as to why your life is the way it is, you are never going to break free of that internal conflict that is going on inside of you, because you're looking outside for solutions, when this whole time the solutions to your external problems, like your physical problems, is found inside of you. It's you. I'm gonna give you this, and it's really helped me in the last 6 months. Not only that, but even before the 6 months, because my life started changing like 2 years ago when I started bettering my relationship with God. When I started taking my life serious, knowing that I did not want to live a mediocre life and be like everybody else. My life started changing when I started realizing that the things I want is as a result of who I become. My life started changing when I realized that there's nobody else to blame for anything that's happened in my life but me. No matter how much it seems that somebody is responsible for what happens in my life, I had to realize that it's my life. No one is gonna come save me from the things that are happening to me if I don't get up and do something for myself. So what I started doing is started blaming myself for every single thing. Now, when I say blame, I don't mean like in the way you're thinking. I'm saying I started taking responsibility for every single outcome in my life. And I made sure that I program myself to find solutions inwardly, because it's my life. So I have to do everything to make it better. I can't wait for somebody who messed up my life to come fix it. I can't wait for my job to rehire me. I can't wait for that opportunity to come back. I can't wait for somebody to come put my life in order. I have to do it myself because it's my life. And so what did I start doing? I started working on the internal stuff, internal dialogue. Who am I as a person? What have I been allowing myself to slide by with? Did I say today that I'm going to actually read my book and I didn't? Did I say that I'm actually going to journal and do the things I know I'm supposed to do that will help me better my life? And if I did not know, did I say that I'm going to learn something that's going to help me better myself and did not do it? All that is internal. It's literally you versus you. Not you versus the outside. Not you versus him or you versus her. It's you versus you. And if you can stop for a second to realize that what's in here is the reason why you are the way you are. What's in here is why you feel stuck. And you feel like no matter what you've done, you've never moved forward in life. You just kept moving backwards. You are the reason why you kept moving backwards. I gave you this one thing. And the reason why I give you this one thing right now is because I want you to start to apply that as soon as you click off this video, or as soon as this video is done. And it's taking responsibility for everything in your life. No matter who is to blame for it, take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility that it's not your environment, that's why you're stuck. It's not because of your current job, that's why you don't have enough money. They're all excuses. If you want your life that bad, when you close your eyes and you envision that dream life, that, okay, this is what I want to have. These are the types of relationships that I want to have. This is the kind of family I want to have. This is the type of peace I want to have. The type of car I want to have. The money I want to have. The influence, the wealth. All those desires of a human heart. When you close your eyes and you see those things and you envision them, You have to be able to take responsibility and know that you're the only person who can get you that. I got out of the military almost 7 months ago. And it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. Not because, by the way, going to the military was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And leaving the military was also one of the best decisions I've ever made. I believe that the only way to figure yourself out is to get lost. How can you find something if it was not lost before? So, if you want to figure your life out, get lost. Go somewhere unfamiliar. Go somewhere that you're not comfortable with. Do uncomfortable things. Because as long as you are in your comfort zone, you are going to be used to the familiar. And the familiar is the life you have right now. The life that you want to get out of. Well, if you want a different life, start acclimating yourself to the unfamiliar. Get uncomfortable. So the reason why I said getting out of the military was one of the best decisions I've made is because that time previously to getting out is when I started applying these things that I'm talking to you about. I started taking responsibility for my own life. I started fixating on the internal dialogue that is producing my external results. That if there was something going on in my life that I did not like, it's not because of where I'm at, it's because of me. I started fixating on how can I better my life? What can I do to get the life that I want? What can I do to get out of the military in 4 years and start living my dream life? Start doing the things that I want to do. Not having to clock in or not having to show up to work or reporting to somebody. Even the worst part, not having to wake up every single day to go help somebody live their dream. That was my number one motivator. I wanted to spend my precious time working on building and living my dream, not working on somebody else's dream, not working on somebody else's institution or an establishment, not working for the system. I wanted to live for me and do the things I love to do. I wanted to fulfill my purpose. I wanted to break free of the limitations that I was in. I wanted all these good things. And I had to get uncomfortable to get those things. I had to start taking responsibility to get those things. I had to start working on my mindset to get those things. I had to start setting my mind on the right things to get those things. I had to stop blaming everybody else because of my situation to get those things. And I spoke about poverty is as a result of spiritual warfare. Do you realize that we are spirit beings having a physical experience? We're not physical beings. We're spirit beings in a physical body. That's why when you die, this goes back to the dust, and whatever's in you, your true self, goes to God, or like awaits judgment, or however you want to put it. And so if you're not taking care of what's inside of you, how then can you be able to take care of what's outside? If you're not feeding the right information to what's inside of you, how then can you feed the right things to what's outside of you? If you're not living your dream inside of you, if you're not building yourself inside of you every single day, how then can you live your dream and build yourself outside of you every single day? You are going to be stuck in a routine, a never-ending cycle of repetitive things that are not even moving the needle in your favor. The Bible says, out of the heart flows the issues of life. That means it's not what's external that makes life spin. It's what's internal that pushes out to make the things in your life happen. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Why are all these external manifestations brought back to the roots of what's internal? If you're not taking care of who you are inside, you are not going to be taken care of on the outside. Regardless of who you are, regardless of where you come from, regardless of what you think and what you believe, it does not matter. If the internal dialogue is not being communicated right, if the internal dialogue is not being worked on, you are not going to get your external results that you desire. This is one of the big reasons why a lot of religious people are broke, because they're so focused on doing the religious practice, like praying, and they completely neglect what God says after you pray, or what God says do to get the life you want. It said faith without works is dead. A lot of religious people have faith. I don't know what type of faith it is, but a lot of religious people have faith, but they ignore what it takes faith to work. If you are praying to God for all these things and you're not believing the things you prayed for, the Bible says, believe and you shall receive. Whatever you pray for, believe it and you will receive it. He didn't say whatever you pray for, just sit down, it's going to come. Believe that you receive it. That means start moving like you received it. Start living your life like it's already yours. Start doing the things that the thing you prayed for, the kind of people who have those type of things you pray for are already doing. The reason I was able to make the decision to break free from who I used to be and literally start my journey to get the life that I want, have that stability in my mind and that free consciousness, and I don't even know how to put it. The reason why I was able to start the journey of living the life I want is because I started doing what the people who already live in my life are doing. I started reading a whole lot of books because I understand that a book is a compilation of years of somebody else's experience put in paper, that you can literally a cheat code to skip steps. But people won't read books. I don't care if you don't like reading books. I didn't like reading books at the age of 19. Guess when I started reading books? At 20, when I was about to be 21, because that's when life clicked. That's when I'm like, okay, I need to figure something out. And I realized that the one thing that I was stepping away from, the one thing that I was not doing, was one of the biggest catalysts for me to break free, to start having the life that I want. You got to get out of the mindset of, I don't like doing this. I don't want it. It's uncomfortable. I feel lazy. Like, you are going to be stuck where you are, not getting anywhere, because you're not realizing that your comfort is the reason why your life is the way it is. You're not realizing your comfort, your level of comfort is the reason why you're never going to make it in life. So if you want the results that you always want, you have to start working on who you are inside that is stopping you from becoming who you want to be outside. I know I've said a lot in this video, and I didn't have a structure for this video, but what I know I had was information that can change somebody's life, help somebody realize these things, realize that the solutions they want is here. It's you. You are the solution. It's in you. You don't have to look outside. You have all the answers inside of you. You just have to look inside. You just have to start believing more than you are doing. Most people are mistaking movement for progress. Believe first and then do. Because regardless of how much you do, if you don't believe the thing you're doing is going to result to the outcome you want, you're just running a treadmill, not going anywhere, sweating and doing hard work for no reason. Work on what's inside spiritually, because poverty is a result of spiritual warfare. Build your relationship with God. Allow God to come into your life and help you, because these things cannot be done by yourself. You need a source. You need God. You need God to help you, show you the way. And if you want to live a life of purpose, which I don't know who does not want to live a life of purpose, you need to connect to the source. Which is Jesus Christ. And He will help you get everything situated. I always say this at the end of my videos. And it's because if you did not take anything in the video, I want you to take this one thing. Do not live a life by default when you can always live one by design. Live life.